So let us start our video. I will give the title called Animated Login Form. And I'll link HTML and CSS files. So I'll make a div with class form to make the form, and I'll add some simple stylings to it. And I'll change the color of the body tag. And I'll start my live server, and as you can see that the background color has been changed. So I'll add an h1 tag, and I'll write here login. So let us start styling the name tag. So I'll use text style and center, margin top, and as you can see that the stylings are applied. So I'll go to Google Fonts and select font to it. So I'll use Corben font and add it to HTML. And I'll copy the CSS and add it to .text. So now as you can see that the font has been applied. So I'll add letter spacing to it, and I'll add some more styling. And as you can see that all the stylings has been applied. So now I'll start styling the form. I'll use .form and add width and padding. So I'll use position absolute, top 50%, left 50%, transform translate minus 50% minus 50%. And I'll use background. And now as you can see that this box is in center. So I'll use text and center so that all the text will come center. And I'll add box shadow to add the shadow effects. And as you can see that the box shadow is applied here. So now let us add input tags. So first I'll use input tab text, and I'll use name as user, and give an ID called name and placeholder username. So this is going to be our username input. So I'll start styling it. And as you can see that there's an input tag here. So I'll make it center. For that I'll use margin 25 pixel auto. and I'll add some more stylings to it. And as you can see that the input tag is non-selectable. So I'll add color white and border radius. And I'll add transition so that it look nice. And I'll copy the box shadow and apply it here. And as you can see that the box shadow has been applied. So I'll copy it and paste it one more time for another input tag. So I'll add another input tag for password. I'll use input type password, name password, ID also password, and placeholder password. And as you can see that there's an input tag here. So I'll change hashtag name to hashtag password as we have given the ID as password. And now as you can see that these both input tags are looking great. So now let us add input type submit for the button. And I can see that there is a button. So I'll go to Google Fonts again and select another font. And as you can see that the font has been applied. So I'll add letter spacing to this too. And as you can see that this form is looking very good. So now let us start styling the button. For that I'll use .btn. And I'll add some stylings to it. And as you can see that this button is looking good. So I'll add border none, outline none, and color. RGB 118, 118, 118. So that this will look great. So this is the color of the input tags. Let us spacing 2 pixels so that there will be space between the letters, and font weight 600 so that it will become little bold. And I'll add background none so that there will be no background, and this effect is looking good. So now let us add the hover effect. So when hover the BTN, we can change the color to white and add the box shadow. And as you can see that the box shadow has become bolder, and let us add focus. Then for that I'll use hashtag name focus. So what this focus does is when we click the elements, the styling should be applied like this. So I'll copy it and paste it one more time for password. So you can change the shadow on focus. So that's it for this video. If you like this video, then share it with friends and subscribe to learnerz too. If you have not watched my previous video on how to create an animated website using HTML and CSS, go and watch it. I'll provide the video link in the description box. And so I'll see you in next video. Until then, bye bye.